Thanks. Hi, Sandy. Jonathan Tannenwald of the Philadelphia Inquirer. So here everybody is back from the Olympics now, and in the past, when the U.S. has won the gold, there's a spike in interest. Everybody watches on TV. It comes back, and the league is raised. But in the past, before the current CBA and TV deals and charter flights and all that, there were always fighting for something, and that was part of the narrative. And there's still much room to grow, but some of that fight has been won now. So how do you think now is different, maybe? It lifts, obviously, the league and everybody's, but how is now different, maybe a little bit?
Yeah, and that's a great question, because we've been building this league for 25 plus years, but you always you look at our male counterparts, and it took them a while to get to where we want to go to. And but right now, I think women's sport is a movement, and I think the Olympics highlight that. I know just in Australia, most of our medals are won by females, so we're very proud of that fact. I mean, there are some great athletes all around the world, but I just think it's the right time. We've got obviously amazing players that people get to know, but we also got these amazing young rookie players coming into that continue to elevate our league. And I think in combination with the stars that we have that have been here for many, many years, and the new stars coming in, it's just the right time, and it's better late than never. And hopefully we can continue to grow, and it's fun to be a part of. Someone that's been a part of this league for, how many leagues are we in existence? 28, so 26 years. It's great to see the growth and us getting the appreciation that we deserve, because we put the same amount of effort, sometimes more, into our profession.
First, I just have to check in on Sabrina. She was downgraded to questionable with the neck. Just curious what's going on there and when that popped up.
It's still a game time. She actually felt it in the Vegas game near the end there. I think, the travelling, the pillows and all that kind of stuff, she's still 50-50. She's being evaluated now, so it's still a game time decision. So, we'll see. Hopefully, so that's a big loss. Hopefully she can go. If not, it's just an opportunity for someone else to step up.
And speaking of those folks who have been stepping up, I'm just curious if you think the work that Olaf, Ron, and Zach were able to do with the players that were here when you were away maybe contributed to how quick of a fast start you guys have had in these past couple of games.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of WNBA teams affected with coaches coaching in the Olympics, and that's why you have a staff, and I have a great staff. We only had 6 players here, but they got the work in that they needed to hit the ground running. Obviously, you saw the Olympians, probably their game shape was, they've been playing. That's easier for them to hit the ground running. But I was really impressed that we could play at such a high level so quickly off the bat. And that's credit to the work that they put in when they're back here with the coaches. And so that's exciting. And, we continue to build. And it's the chemistry that we have, but also, they enjoy playing with each other. So that's a fun part too, to see that development.
Hi, Coach. Thanks for taking the time. You and the team, again, celebrate your birthday, red velvet cake, cupcakes and all. The past 365 days have been quite the ride on your end, featuring huge wins, tough defeats, incredible milestones, and resiliency and everything in between. So over this past year, how would you say you've changed as both a coach and perhaps a human being as well?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, another year around the sun. I'm 56 years of age today, but I learn something new every single year. And I think that's the beauty. Life is a journey, and there's going to be highs and lows. It's an opportunity for growth, and it doesn't matter how old or young you are. I've learned a ton this year. Obviously, it faced a lot of adversity. I mean, like losing until coming back this season and working it out, and injuries and everything like that. Being away from my family, that's one too that I have to deal with. So I mean, that's always hard, but I feel like I get away teary about that too. But it's a wisdom thing that I just feel like I've become a better coach. I become a even better person. But I learn from, I'm not always going to be perfect, so I always learn. I think I'm a quick learner in that regard, and I hold myself to can hold myself accountable when I've messed up, and that's a part of the journey. So that we're all on. If we can all stay true to that, we're in a pretty good shape, aren't we?
Coach, you've been around the game a long time, and you've won a championship with Phoenix. This team has great leadership, has great chemistry. You're dominating the league. It looks like a championship team to me. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully that comes true. But, you know, there's still a long way to go. Look, I see a lot of similarities between this team and the Phoenix team when we won. We have great leadership. You talked about that. We have great talent, but sometimes it's all about the pieces around your main players, and I think that's critical. Everyone's buying in. And sometimes a little sacrificing their roles for the betterment of the team, and that's what makes us special. You know, we've dealt with some adversity this year with some injuries and that, but I just thought Sabrina, Stewie and Benaja in particular have really raised their games, but at the complementary players of Leo and Kayla Thornton, you know, Benaja Laney, obviously she's always up there, and just the complementary pieces that we have and that we're playing in the right way. You know, I think Becky gave us a really good compliment recently after we played him, was that we play selfless basketball, and that's the greatest attribute of any team, and that for me as a coach, that's the greatest attribute or greatest feedback that any coach could give an opposing coach. So that means we're playing in the right way. Now, does that mean a championship? No. We have to continue to keep working hard and playing in the right way, and hopefully it does come true. That would be awesome.
Hi, Sandy. First of all, congrats on the bronze. You know, Benaja's an all-star caliber player. 4 years ago, you know, she led the team in scoring. She was an all-star. Then the composition of the team changes, and maybe the offensive opportunities aren't as great as they used to be. Do you have to coach her to kind of accept that role as not being the scorer she was maybe a few years ago?
Yeah, look, Benaja's such a key piece for our success, and we can't wait to have her back. She's getting closer and closer, and it's always tough. I think she's shown what she's capable of. She is an all-star caliber player, and we're lucky to have her. But if you looked over, you know, our early part of the years before she had not of this season and last year, before she got injured, she had the highest plus minus. So that says a lot. So it's not all about the scoring, and we're still growing in that chemistry, and we still want to explore ways that we can add to obviously her skill set to our game. But it was all, you know, the defense, the toughness that she brought for us, our possible opportunities to put her in one-on-one situations. So we look forward to having her back. You know, so we can build up, you know, adding another real key piece to our rotations and continue to build up how we want to play as we head towards the playoffs.
Hey, Coach. Just because you invoked plus minus, over the last 5 games, Leo is a plus 93 total.
Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, earlier in the season, she talked about the adjustments being a little bit difficult with the physicality, and that she was struggling to figure out how physical she could be, especially off the ball. How have you seen her make those adjustments and be able to just stay on the floor and perform as she has? Yeah,
no, it's been great. It's like Leo's, I mean, just blown away of how good she really is and how much she's helped us. And it's another player, like, she's the MVP of the Spanish league, you know, but that doesn't mean she can come here and play the way she did over there. Is accepting that role, but it's such an important role for our success. And when you put a team together, it's more about what are the pieces that work together, because you can't have all the same player, can you? But Leo, just her size, her versatility, her defense. You talked about the physicality. She had to get used to how it's officiated here. If you just looked at the Olympics, I mean, it was the most physical I've ever played in the Olympic Games. So we had to adapt. We lost the first game against Nigeria because we weren't used to that physicality, and it had to make But you had to have a quick mind change. But Leo, I think she's getting used to what's allowed here. She's very crafty, but she gives us a versatility. It's not about getting through screens. She's her ability to switch on to bigs as well. And plus minus, what was plus 93? That's pretty impressive. That's not bad for a rookie.
Hi, Sandy. You mentioned B's closer. What about Sabrina? She was on the injury list with the neck. What is her status?
She's still 50-50. She's being evaluated now. She hurt her neck. I think it's something that's been going on, a little tightness in the neck. Kind of hurt it a little bit more. It's nothing that it happened in a game. It's just, probably the travel, the bad pillows. And that's why I said they had good beds in Paris. Like, we had cardboard beds, so it wasn't very... But I took my own pillow, so I'm very smart in that regard. But I think her neck's she's being tested now, so hopefully she's still 50-50 game time decision, so we'll see.
And just to follow up on that, you mentioned the travel. You have 4 players that have been in 6 different time zones over the last 7, 8 days. How are you watching all the players, getting them acclimated, going out to the West Coast, coming from Europe, and especially with the day off? I know Brianna was looking forward to that day off. How is everyone getting reacclimated and where they stand now?
Yeah, really good. The players that were here, they worked hard, but we still gave them enough time off. So you're not just like, oh, here we go, practice. So it's more short and sharp, get your work done, get your rest. They worked hard, and you saw how they've hit the ground running. I think sometimes you want to go in coaches, you want to do more, but less is more in trainings. It's being, let's do what we need to do, and then let's get them out and let them have a life. I think that's important with a very busy season. And it's the communication too. I know the girls, they asked for a day off before we got back from the Olympics. They went to Six Flags. And I'm like, I wasn't here, but it's like, yep, they've been working hard. Why not? Because that's a part of building up team culture, isn't it? And chemistry for them going out and having some fun as well. So I thought that was good. Now it's just communicating to them how they're feeling, but making sure we're doing enough. So when we come to the games that we start with the right energy. And it's a fine balance of, obviously I have a great performance staff. I listen to them with what we need. And then it's the players, it's them obviously mentally getting ready to play.
Just piggybacking that, Coach, what's impressed you most about the process of the team getting reacclimated after a long Olympic break?
Oh, it shows that they really like each other. I think they had joy coming back and rejoining, as a team and getting ready to build on what we did at the end of the season. I thought we faced adversity. Like Benija went out, that was a really key player for us, and then we kept winning. And then Stewie missed a few games, and we kept winning. I think those kind of moments see how special that team is, and allows those, the other players, we talk about every player is valued, and they are, because in those moments they want to step forward. And I've just seen a team that continues to enjoy the process together, but enjoy each other off the court as well. And that's important when you're in a very busy season.
Hi, Sandy. Jada Camille with Brooklyn Paper. First off, happy birthday. I just have one question for you. It's Women Empowerment Night, and when you're looking at a team as incredible as Liberty, can you tell me what you think some of the strongest qualities of the team are and how that encompasses empowerment?
They're just amazing women. They're not just basketball players, they're more than that. And that's what makes them special. But, we have, this is the best league in the world. We have some of the best players here, but they're so humble. They want to give back. You know what I mean? It's about, they love coming to play hard for our fans, and the appreciation that they get. They don't realise how special, they know, well, the fans, they don't realise how special the fans really love them, but we're getting to feel that, the atmosphere that we get every single time. They're just amazing women. They inspire me to continue to get better. Just the how they come to work every day. How do they support each other as well? And I think that's very special.
Sandy, hi. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
You talk about, getting reacclimated. You guys just weren't reacclimated. You really hit the ground running. And what is that like at this part of the season? The rest of the league is kind of looking up at you guys. How does that feel? And how do you keep challenging your guys so you don't hit girls, women, or you don't need to do that?
Look, I think it's respecting your opponents, but focusing on ourselves, and it comes from leadership. It's not just my leadership or Jonathan's or the organisation's, it's the players' leadership about, what we've been building, how special it feels, but knowing the job's not done. Not being settled, like we haven't achieved anything, we haven't achieved our goal yet. We're playing really good basketball, but is there an opportunity for us to get better? And that's our goals. Can we get better? How do we get better? It's coming ready to practice every single time. It's getting the recovery that you need, taking care of your body and your mind, because there's 2 months left in the season. That will go away in a flash, and hopefully, we're the last team standing.
Hey, Coach, happy birthday. We always talk, and kind of the piggyback off of that, about this team not peaking yet, and you guys want to peak at the right time. Based on what we've seen so far, what does it need to take for this team to enter that peak level?
Yeah, look, I think getting everyone healthy. Getting B, that's a really important player for us. She's been big for us every year that she's been here, but we lean on her for a lot. It's just getting healthy and then seeing how it all works together. putting them all on the court. Now Niara's back too, so she's another one we want to continue to integrate. And I think Kennedy Burke's been doing great for us. And so we've got a lot of nice little pieces there. So us peaking is trying to work at how it all fits, and that we can throw so many different looks at teams and not have any letdown, when we go to the bench, which we haven't been. So we're going to continue to build on that, but B's another key piece for us to add.
Happy birthday. And obviously rebounding is a team effort, but when you watch Jonquel clean the glass like she did on Saturday, how does that allow you or change at all your coaching, what you can do on defense, knowing that she's going to provide a baseline level of rebounding by herself?
Yeah, look, I mean, rebounding does, and it's been something that we've had to work on, but JJ's just been great. I mean, 17, I know a lot were on the offensive boards too, but just her pursuit of the ball, I think that's great for us. She's having a great season. We just have to continue to be persistent. And that means it's everyone. How do we get better defensively is continue to buy in defenses. How hard do you want to do it? And I think we've done a good job. I thought the staff did a good job of just fine-tuning and working on with the 6 players that we did have back here healthy. Just, the little nuances where we can get better. And it's them, you would have seen in the Vegas game, I think you posted something just with our scramble defense, and it's that pursuit. We may get beat. What's the next line of defense? And that's, continue to play decent, regardless if it's perfect, that possession or not, but playing through the possession until we get a stop. Thank you.